Is it hard to access affordable, healthy food? Then listen carefully. Daryl Addison, an African-American inventor, has patented a process for growing food on demand. He called it Torpedo Pot. Torpedo Pot is a fully automated flower pot that gives you control over your plant's environment. All you do is add soil, seeds, and plants to the flower pot and watch it grow. Yes, Torpedo Pot grows the rest. Visit www.torpedopot.com.
So there was an anchor from the B area named Frank Somerville. He's 63 years old. He was an anchor for KTVU out there in California. Now, of course, this guy's history, they say one time he got suspended on air because he was slurring his words. We all know he was drunk or whatever, but he got in trouble, suspended for 9 weeks for that. But recently, he came back to work. Now, there was a case about this, white female by the name of Gabby Petito, where the whole America was looking for this young girl. They said that her boyfriend, he's implicated in that case, and the FBI and everybody is looking for this guy. Now, this is not the first time I've seen this before. I remember, the case like with John Benet Ramsey, how, that was just, the case that the media focused on. But there was I think Gwen Eiffel, not mistaken, yeah, that's her name. May she rest in power. She talked about missing white women syndrome, thinking that's what it was called, and basically how when white women go missing in America, that, oh my God, it's a national story. Something, everybody wants to shut down, looking for every search group, whatever, want to find this white woman or white child, even with the Amber Alert system. There you go. That wasn't created for no children outside of white, even though, yes, now they can be used, but let's call it what it is. The majority of the Amber Alerts go out for white children, okay? Because, anything in America is based off of racism. You have to understand, racism is the foundation of America. Racism, white supremacy is the foundation because the culture of the white supremacists is that. That's their culture. They've been practicing this for hundreds and hundreds of years. When people do the same thing for hundreds of years, it's a culture. They teach their children this. You understand? You pass down culture to children, not just one-offs. That's why when they tell you, well, he was that way, but, I'm not, listen, some of y'all individuals may not be like that, but your culture's that way. Now, so Frank Somerville, he had added a 46-second tagline to a long report about the homicide investigation into the young girl, right? But he got in trouble for that. They said the news director, Amber Echo, disagreed about the proposed edition, calling it inappropriate. It said that Somerville, who pushed back against the assertion that filed the day that he had been suspended indefinitely. You know what he decided to do? How dare this white man, what he done here, is basically point out that, women outside of, women in his community, they're not talking about them in the media at all. Black women and men and children go missing daily. You know none of those names whatsoever. When have you ever seen a national outcry? I haven't seen it since I've been alive. A national outcry. Are they looking for a black woman, trying to find her? Sure, they may post her thing in the news. They may say she's missing. But other than that, there's no FBI looking for her. You ain't got the dogs. You ain't got all these search groups. She's not the darling of America. Because everything they do is based off of race. And one thing about white supremacy, they will get you in line. If you are a white person getting out of code and saying that, hey, wait a minute, why don't we give equal coverage to all, women and girls and people that are missing? That's off code because the white media is about white interest and white supremacy. That is their propaganda meal. You understand? They like to talk about the propaganda mills of North Korea, China. They want to talk about Russia and all these different people. They are the same. They are the same. They get government funding every month, every year to continue to do what they do. Their money is earmarked in bills. You understand? So this man got off code. And they talking about you suspended indefinitely for getting off of code. You do not supposed to put out there that why is it that we are focusing on all people, especially women in the black community and other communities. Why are we on focusing on them? That's wrong. You understand? So now Joy Reid, which I have my issues with Joy Reid, I do. But even Joy Reid has started putting it out there and saying, hey, they say the way this story has captured the media attention has many people wondering why not the same media attention when, now she said people of color. You know how I feel about that. I think that term is so disrespectful. Calling somebody people of color, that's not even respecting people's culture, identity, etc. Right? So you call white people white, but everybody else people of color. Don't ever let people tell you, but people of color. I say, man, tell me who you're talking about. I don't know who people of color is. That's not in a protected group or class, right? So, of course, the white supremacists got mad at Joy Reid for saying that. How dare you, on a white network, say that why aren't we focusing our attention on black people, right? But I was pushed back and say to you, Joy Reid, why aren't you doing it by creating your own network or your own platform? Joy Reid, you can't expect to be on a white media platform talking about why aren't they talking about black people? Black folks, we have to realize the white media is for white people to disseminate what white people think, white people want to do, and push their propaganda. Y'all say, well, tell CNN. Tell CNN what? When there's certain things that happen to black folks, I see y'all tweeting CNN, y'all tweeting Don Lemon, y'all tweeting all these different people. Like for y'all, it's a sad thing what I'm about to say. It's not really right unless white folks put it in their media. It's not right. Because listen, shout out to Vicky Dillard. Shout out to my sister, Vicky Dillard. Well, y'all tried that on her one day in one of her streams, and she went in on y'all. Because when she was telling y'all something, where's the link to that? Can I see the link? And so she said, you don't ask Rachel Maddow for a link. You will ask Chris Cuomo for a link. You don't ask no links for nobody. But for black folks, you want to see a link because unless it's validated by white folk, that's the only way you'll listen to it, right? It's the same way in black media. A lot of y'all, not all y'all, because some of y'all, that's all y'all consume is black media, and God bless you for that because you're the smart ones. But those of us who aren't the smart ones, right? And yes, I'm gonna say you're smart. If you're consuming all their media and you're getting your worldview, their worldview has screwed a lot of us up so much so that we'll sit up here and say, when you like if a black person's in a foreign country, oh my God, man, you be safe out there. Do you know where we live? We live in freaking America. Black folks' life is on the line every freaking day. What are you talking about? Black folks are missing every day. Black folks being put in human trafficking. Like black folks get shot 17 times in the back. Police dogs can bite you up and do everything they want to do to you in America. Other countries, a lot of people can't carry guns. Police ain't doing what some of the police doing in America. But you want to tell somebody in a different country, be safe. Like right now, I'm in Istanbul, Turkey, right? Police ain't even harassing nobody. Police doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing it. Like, I would feel safer here in Istanbul, Turkey, than I would feel in Houston. I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm keeping it 100 with you on that. Like, y'all need to get out of that. Oh, yeah, you be careful out there now. You know, it's like you get off the plantation or you leave the plantation for 5 minutes, and you're like, oh, you start booking your eyes and looking around. Come on now, don't be like that. You be safe and I hope you be all right out there. And like y'all got these, but that comes from the media. The white media got y'all afraid to get away from them. The white media have y'all not caring about your own people and making thoughts about, like, for instance, we talk about black immigrants and even us here. We think Africans and Caribbeans are a certain way because of the white media, not because of the black media. Ain't nobody in the black media has put a thought process in your head about anybody. All right. what they think about Black Americans and all of that comes from what? The white media. I'm telling you, Ethiopia, CNN is on. Kenya, CNN is on. CNN is one of the main ones that's in all these African and Caribbean countries. They everywhere. CNN is it's like the plague. They everywhere. Okay? They the one disseminating views about you. So CNN, in my opinion, is actually the worst of the worst at portraying the image of Black people, because I didn't see Fox News in every place I've been to, but I have seen CNN. And that's the one that we need to get at a whole lot more, because when you don't travel outside this country of America, at least, you won't think like that. But CNN is the main culprit putting out the things that's anti-Black about us, and disseminating things about us, and why people think a certain way about us as Black Americans is because of them. So what I would say is we need to cover that ourselves about the missing in our community. And so I put a call out because I don't have the time to keep up with it. I just don't. If you would like to, be a part of this network, and your job would be only to cover the missing in our community. It could be once a week or whatever. Email me. You got my email is on my YouTube page. I would love somebody to come in that's passionate about finding the and putting out the information about missing women, girls, young men, children, boys. Come on in here. I would look. That's my call out. Okay, I'm reaching out because I can't do it all. I don't have the time to do it all. But if I can have somebody dedicated, that's all they do is focus on that, then we can make a change. We have to stop telling white people what to do with their media. That's white people media. They're going to focus on white folks. That's what they're supposed to do. I'm not mad at white people for focusing on their own people. We should be focusing on ourselves and using our Black media to focus on the missing and exploit it in our community. So that's a call out that I'm having right now. If you are passionate about finding the missing in our community, and you great on camera, and your camera looks good, your sound looks good, and all of that, reach out. I would love to have you. Of course, we have to see how things are presented or whatever, but we'd love to have you here on this platform. Let's be the change that we're talking about, right? Stop begging white people to show our missing. Stop calling it missing white woman syndrome. We the one is supposed to be talking about our missing in our community and making it a story. So much so that we start looking for them, like those children with the pedophiles. Remember that time where they kept telling the police, hey, they got children in there. They didn't do nothing. What happened? The community showed up, rescued them children, and burned that house down. Y'all remember that story? Them folks not going to help us. Y'all got to get out of that. The police ain't there to help Black people. They're not. They're there to help white people and keep white supremacy going. And if you ain't figured that out by now, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, they suspended, this man here, and that's what happens when he get off code with that. So my thing is, like I said, this is a solution is that's Black media. Let's get more involved in doing our own stories, right? And once again, I'm putting out a call. We want somebody to come in and do that. I'm definitely open to that, and let's be the change. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. It's your first time here, make sure you subscribe, because we'd love to have you. Maybe some people ghost watching. It happens at times, but this is something that we gotta deprogram ourselves out of. Right? Is stop depending on them to do what we're supposed to do for ourselves.
Starting your Locker Natural hair journey is oh so rewarding, but can be extremely stressful when you start to consider what products to use. If that's you, then look no further. Locklicious is a Black-owned company that has created an all-natural product line for locked and loose natural crowns. The Locklicious team works hard to ensure that their products are free of parabens, phthalates, sulfates, PEG, synthetics, and other toxic chemicals you find in other products. Best of all, the products are lightweight and will not leave residue or cause buildup. Go to locklicious.com to start treating your crown like royalty.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store.